All right, so I'm gonna talk about the time I got abducted in DC. Um, it was, I want to say, 4 or 5 years ago. I'd recently just gotten a car. It was my first car ever. I just graduated from college, and I was like finally free to travel wherever I wanted to go, whenever I wanted to go. So I was like super hyped, and I was driving around, and my friend tells me he wants me to come through. I hadn't seen him in months, so I go to this place now in Alexandria. I'd never really traveled around on my own, but I was like, shoot, I got a car now, so no big deal. So we get there, I park my car on the street, I go to where he's at, I see a bunch of older friends, and we were out there like chilling for hours, and then they're like, all right guys, the next move is DC. And I'm thinking, what? Like I was kind of planning on going back home. My parents were expecting me to come back, and I come from the kind of house where it's like, it doesn't matter how old you get, when they said like be home at a certain point, you're coming home. But I'm like, you know what? I hadn't seen him in a while. I won't be too late. It's fine. So we end up taking the metro. So I'm like, all right, I just got to remember how to get back here using the metro, because I never really used the metro either. We go out to the metro. We get out to DC. We're supposed to be meeting some people. I don't know who these people are. There's like 5 or 6 of us, plus my friend. Eventually they come through. It's like 2 guys and like 9 girls. And like one of them was like their birthday. So we're like, oh, okay, it's that kind of party, So like we're getting to know everybody. We were probably out there for hours, just having a great time. My friend had his sights set on one. And I was like, all right, man, I'm gonna help you make this happen, like talking him up, whatever it took. And then eventually they're like, hey, let's go to the next spot. So we go outside, and 2 Ubers pull up. And my friend looks at me, he's like, all right, get in. I'm just like, where are we going? And he's like, just get in. So like 4 of the girls get in that one car. I hop in the front, and then my friend gets in the second Uber. I don't know any of the girls in this car. I met them all tonight. We were just like, all right, well, I guess whatever, it doesn't matter. We're just going to go to the next spot anyways. And as we start driving, I start getting really drowsy. And I don't know what happened. I just passed out. And next thing I know, I'm like opening my eyes. I see a sign that says, welcome to Lorton. And I'm just like, wait a minute. I started in Annandale, went to Alexandria, went to DC. Now I'm in Lorton. My car's still in Alexandria. I still got to get home at some point. So I'm like looking around, trying to like get my bearings. The Uber driver takes us left into the woods. And all we see, like, there's no street lights, there's no signs, just like evergreen trees on either side. And I'm just thinking, this is how I'm gonna die, So I pull out my phone, I'm texting my boy, I'm like, what's going on? Where are we going? If we die, it's your fault. And none of my texts are going through because we're in the middle of nowhere. And then the car pulls up to this bonafide mansion. And I'm just kind of like, what's going on? All the girls pile out of the car. I look down, the Uber trip was like $80, something. All right, guys, how are we going to pay this man? Let's pull our money out. One of the girls pulls out 100. Here you go, keep the change, and hops out the car. And I'm just like, who are these people? And how do I get to know them better? So like I get out of the car. The girls all pile into the house. This is apparently where they were before they met up with us. The second Uber comes in. Everyone gets out. The 2 guys who came with the girl get out. My boy gets out. And I'm like, can you tell me what's going on here? And he's just like, apparently the birthday girl lives here. And apparently she's rich. So we just kind of all go inside, and everyone's just kind of like winding down a bit, but like we still kind of want to be up and do stuff. So there's like a beach house and a pool house. It's kind of cold to be going to the pool, but maybe there's like a hot tub. We couldn't figure out how to turn on the hot tub, so they didn't want to do that anymore. And then my friend just decides to start exploring this house, this stranger's house, and I just lose track of him. Forget about reception. I can't tell anyone where I am. Like the phone says no chance. So I'm like, well, I'm here tonight then, because I can't even call an Uber to go back home. I can't call an Uber to get my car. I don't even know where my car is really right now. So I was like, I guess I'm gonna sleep here. Passed out on the couch. Woke up the next day. We all kind of figured out where we were all gonna go. Went to go get breakfast with the two guys. They were actually very nice. One of them was he kind of explained he had been dating the rich girl and how they got to meet each other, and just basic things. And they gave us a lift back to my boy's apartment. I was able to pick up my car and drive home. And somehow, because we were having a party at my house, I did not get in trouble for not coming home the next day. So yeah, that's how I got abducted pretty much, and survived.